Hello and welcome to this Crack Maths tutorial on indices, specifically focusing at the use of brackets and indices together, which has been designed as part of the GCSE Maths Foundation curriculum. So if you are studying for your GCSE Maths qualification, this is going to be a topic that you are going to need. I've put 4 questions on the board there if you want to take a look at those. If you feel like this is something that you already know, that's great, you can move on. If you feel like this is something that you might need a bit more work on, stick with me and we're going to go through it, so that you become a master of how to use indices and brackets. Okay, so first of all, what I want to do is I want to look at when we are multiplying just a regular indice over one bracket, okay? So what I mean by that is, say for example, it's a classic question, we might have something like x to the 5 bracket all to the power of 2. So what this means is, well, we've got double things going on here. We've got to the power of 2 here, and we've got to the power of 5. So what I first of all want to focus on, I want to focus on this power of 2, because what the power of 2 means, it means that you multiply something by itself 2 times. So what that really means is we're going to be getting x to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 5. So that 2 is connected to everything that's inside that bracket. So when we see that 2, that means we've got x to the power of 5 times x to the power of 5. Now, x to the power of 5, you'll probably know, means x times x times x times x times x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're timesing that by that again. So let's just copy and paste this over here. So what we're getting here is we're getting x times itself 5 times, and then x times itself another 5 times. And essentially what this is going to give us is going to equal x to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this becomes x to the power of 10. Now, if we're looking for the quick way to get there with this, what we get is we can do the 2 times the 5, and that will give us the 10. So that is essentially the rule for using indices with brackets, is that if you have something with a power inside a bracket, and then that bracket is to the power of something else, you can just multiply these together. So that 10 has come from doing that 2 times 5. Let's have a look at another example just to prove that it works, but you might already have the idea behind this. So let's say we've got y squared all to the power of 3. So this is going to be y squared times y squared times y squared, because that's what to the power of 3 means. Oh, that's a cube at the end. To the power of 3 means that we're multiplying it by itself 3 times. And then each of these y squareds can become a y times y. So we're getting y times y times y times y times y times y. And then what we see here is that this will be y to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this equals y to the power of 6. And we could have got to that 6 by doing 2 times 3, okay? So that 6 has come from doing 2 times 3, okay? So here we go, so that's the rule. If you have indice inside a bracket, and that's to the power of another indice, you can just multiply them together. So I'll quickly look at what happens when we've got coefficients. So this time, let's have 5y to the power of 6, all to the power of 2. Okay, so remember the rule really, we're going to have 5y to the 6 times 5y to the 6. This is actually like 5 times y to the 6 times 5 times y to the 6. And so what we're getting here is we're getting 5 times 5, which is 5 squared. I'll change that out in a moment. And then we've got y to the 6 times y to the 6. That's 6y's here, 6y's here. So that's y to the 12. And that's going to equal 25 y to the power of 12. And now remember, the 12 came from the 2 times 6, and the 25 came from the fact that there's actually a power of 1 there, so that's there. So we don't really need to write all this working out. We can do that straight from looking at the bracket. In fact, let's have a go now at doing a couple straight from just looking at the bracket. So let's say this time we've got 3a to the power of 4 all to the power of 5. So this is going to become 3 to the power of 5, a to the power of 20, because remember there's a 1 there, so 3 times 5 is 1 and 4 times 5 is 20. And then obviously I'm not going to know what 3 to the power of 5 is, but I can then have a look at this on my calculator. 3 to the power of 5 is 243. So we could say that this is 243 a to the power of 20. Okay, great. Let's have a look at just when there's a few more things in the bracket, because it's still the same principle. So let me move that out of the way. Let's say at this time I've got a number. It can be 2, a to the 4, b to the 5, c to the 6, all to the power of 2. And then, so what we'd see with this again is actually going to be exactly the same principle. We are just going to be multiplying out the indices, but let me show you, because what we're going to get, this would become 2, a to the 4, b to the 5, c to the 6 times 2, a to the 4, b to the 5, c to the 6. Now remember, these are all just technically being multiplied together, so this is like 2 times a to the 4 times b to the 5 times c to the 6, oh that's a 6 anyway, a c to the 6, times 2 times a to the 4 times b to the 5 times c to the 6. And now remember, we can, when there's a collection of things multiplied together, we can just rearrange them as we like. So it's actually like we've got 2 times 2, which I'm just going to go straight in as 4. We've got a to the 4 times a to the 4, so that's a to the 8. We've got b to the 5 times b to the 5, which means we've got 10 b's there being multiplied together, so that would be b to the 10. And then we've got c to the 6 times c to the 6, so that would be 12 c's being multiplied together, so that'll be c to the power of 12. So the answer to this would be this. And again, we can see that these values, 12 has come from 6 times 2, 10 has come from 5 times 2, 8 has come from 4 times 2, and well, the 4, the 4 does look like it's there from 2 times 2, but it's actually because that power was there, so it was 2 times 1, which gave us 2 to the power of 2, which then gave us the 4. Okay, cool, right, let's have a look at one last thing with this topic, and then we'll do the questions from the start. And that last thing to do is actually substitution. And this is one of the most tricky subjects, I think, that appears in Foundation GCSE. And if you can master this, that's really good, because it shows that you've got a really good command of the idea that with maths, we write numbers in lots of different ways, and as long as the different ways are equal, we can just implant them everywhere. So a question that we might have like this, it could be something like 8 to the power of 5, and the question could be, write 8 to the power of 5 as a power of 2. Okay, so the question would be something like this: write 8 to the power of 5 as a power of 2. And what that means is, can we change this 8 into a 2? Now, this requires us using our knowledge from earlier on of squared and cubed numbers. They don't usually go beyond that. It will usually be squared and cubed. So we need to know, is there any connection between 8 and 2? And hopefully what you might remember is that 8 is equal to 2 cubed. 8 is equal to 2 cubed. So now, if we know that 8 is equal to 2 cubed, what we can do is we can rewrite this expression using 2 cubed instead of 8. So think about this as 8 to the power of 5, and then instead of writing 8 here, we're going to use our 2 cubed. So this becomes 2 cubed to the power of 5. Now that we've got it like this, we can use our rule. So 2 to the power of 3 all to the power of 5 is going to become 2 to the power of 15. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about substitution in indices with rules of brackets, okay? So there's nothing here that is that hard, but putting it all together can sometimes seem quite complicated. So let's try another question like this. So here we go, we've got this time, write 25 to the power of 6 as a power of 5. Write 25 to the power of 6 as a power of 5. So for this question, you are expected to identify that 5 squared is equal to 25. So 5 times 5 equals 25. We're meant to know the square numbers up to 12 squared. So what we get here is this is something that you could potentially be asked to recognise. So we'd be asked to write 25 to the power of 6 to the power of 5, and to do that we need to recognise that 5 squared is equal to 25. Now what we can do is we can just plug it in. So 25 to the power of 6 is what we started with. Now we know that 5 squared and 25 are exactly the same. They're the same number, they've got the same value, they're just written differently. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to put 5 squared in here, and I'm going to put 6 here. So we're going to have 5 squared all to the power of 6. Now we can use our multiplication magic, and this is going to become 5 to the power of 12. Right, let's have a look at some more of these, and then we will go on to the questions. So let's try this one here. Write 27 to the power of x as a power of 3. So for this one, we've been told it's a power of 3, so that's always really a clue. So we can think about 3 to the power of what gives us 27. So I know, well, 3 to the power of 1 is 3. 3 to the power of 2 is 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 to the power of 3 is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Okay, because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So I know that 27 is equal to 3 to the power of 3. And now we can go through the same process. So we've got 27 here, all to the power of x. And then that will give us 3 to the power of 3, all to the power of x, which will then give us 3 to the power of 3x. Great. Right, let's now have a look at those questions from the start. So here we go, we've got question 1. If you want to have a go, you can pause the video here. If not, I will answer it very shortly. Okay, here we go. This is going to be x to the power of 6, and I've got there by doing 3 times 2. Okay, here's the next question. Simplify 2y to the power of x all to the power of 3. So I know that this is going to become 2 to the power of 3 times y to the power of 3x. 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is going to become 8y to the power of 3x. Okay, and so remember, when we see the number next to the letter, that means they're multiplied together. So that is the solution to this question. Here we go. We've got a nice question here. It says, if 9 can be written as 3 to the power of 2, write 9 to the power of 4 as a power of 3. Okay, so we've got here 9 to the power of 4. I'm going to put brackets around the 9 just to help us visualise the rule. Now, we know that 9 can be written, so 9 can be written as 3 to the power of 2. So we've got here, we can replace this 9 with the 3 to the power of 2. So what that's going to give us is 3 to the power of 2, all to the power of 4, and that will equal 3 to the power of 8, using the rule where we multiply their indices together when they're over a bracket like this. Okay, here we go. We've got one last question here, and this is one of your nice type of questions where it is like a explain why this is wrong, explain why this is right. Okay, a student says that 8 to the power of 4 is the same as 2 to the power of 12. Is this correct? Explain why using the rules of indices. Okay, so basically what they want us to do is they want us to rewrite 8 to the power of 4 as a power of 2 and find out if these are the same. So what we're going to need to do is we know that, well, I know that 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, okay? And that's something that you'll be required to know as well. But the clue that 8 was a power of 2 was because this here is a 2, okay? This here. So because that there is a 2, that is the clue. So 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So what we can now do is we can replace the 8 with 2 to the power of 3. So 8 bracket to the power of 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 all to the power of 4. Sorry, I put an 8 there because I had 8s on the mind. all to the power of 4, which is equal to 2 to the power of 12. So actually, in this case, yes, they are correct. And it is the working out that we've shown that proves that they are correct in this. Okay, great. Well, that takes us to the end of this tutorial on using brackets and indices. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you want some more questions on this, I have got a video where I've answered 20 questions on this topic. But also, if you want to have a go at those questions first, you can find them over on the Crack Maths website at crackmaths.co.uk. Or if you're following along in the book, you can answer them in the book as well. Okay, cool. Right. Well, hopefully see you in the next tutorial. So long.